Hi all, welcome back to One Pitch Catch. We are actually recording this like back-to-back days. This is after the Under-19 World Cup final. Pretty good win for India. India winning the tournament for the sixth time. Out of the 16 times it's been played, and the second highest is Australia. So the thing is, if you think about it from England's perspective, you score 311 in 40 overs, you generally shouldn't be losing by and like an order of 100 runs, but that's basically what India's batting brilliance resulted in. Like Vaibhav was obviously the star, and a lot of the other players also did their job, although nobody could really match his scoring. In a sense, yesterday when we were talking about the WPL final, we spoke about how DC scored 200 plus, highest in a WPL final, and then it was overhauled a few hours later. This one uh, seems similar to the World Cup 2003
2003
game,
finals.
Australia
Hmm.
India. Like, because you're chasing an unchaseable target and you still kind of do a decent job and you still lose, right? What happened? How do you see the comparisons?
Yes, exactly. You're right, Jaga. I think India scored like 240, 230-ish in 40 overs and were all out in that chase in 2003 final. If you look at the scorecards, you'll know that Australia also scored about 240, 250 in 40 overs, but they had 10 more overs to bat and 8 wickets in hand. India were all out by the 40th over. So more or less that was right. But in this case, though India were probably not at or the 311 mark or probably around that mark during the 40th over. England also did the same thing. They were 311 all out by the 40th over, but
Yeah.
they didn't get to bat the last 10 overs. But it's not, in the India Australia final in 2003, those last 10 overs made the difference. But in this case, it was the first 15 overs that made the difference, I think, when Vaibhav Sooryavanshi was batting.
Yeah.
So
Even in the India-Australia final, you could also argue that it was the first over that made the difference. It just set the set things up wrongly. But in this case, with Vaibhav, the acceleration was just amazing. He started off pretty watchfully, and then he gets to 50 in 32. Then he scores 50 in the next 20 odd balls, 100 of 55. Then 16 balls, he scores the remaining, next 50
50.
runs, and then in 9 balls, he's scoring 25 runs to get to 175, 80. Just ridiculous. He's definitely a special talent. I really hope that they're able to continue with him. They give him the coaching and grooming. He's going to encounter situations, right? Because we have seen us some sort of short ball weaknesses there. Teams are trying, but the interesting part is how he's responding to it, right? He's actually moving out and ramping, and yesterday he was swatting over fine leg, short fine leg as well. And then you saw instances where the spinner bowled a little wider, and he still managed to make sure that he was able to connect. Raw power is there. Like yesterday, we spoke about Smriti's innings being like a, it's not really a type of hitting that you associate with T20. Where Vaibhav is completely T20 batting in any shape or form. I didn't see him sweep too much. He was mainly hitting down the ground. I think that some of the rest of the batsmen were playing sweeps and reverse sweeps. Vaibhav, certainly, I didn't see him sweep, but he was just hitting it left, right, and center. That ball is going to be crying at some point of time. But
Along with
it's
the
power hitting
England
combined
bowlers.
with adaptability.
Yeah, even in the last, already you see the range of shots having increased compared to last year's IPL when he made
Correct.
that massive entry. He
Correct.
got 100 and all. Already, when you watch his game, you will realize that his
Yeah, yeah,
range of shots
definitely.
have improved. And also, even in the IPL, he played a very watchful innings. I think, if I remember it correctly, it was against CSK and he got a big score, 70 odd.
Hmm.
But he didn't do that massive hitting all left, right, and
Right.
center. He got a cautious score. So that way, I think he is improving as a batsman. A lot of people keep questioning about whether he's 14 or 15 or 16. I think the best way to answer it is move him into the senior Indian cricket, the Indian international team, so
Age
that
doesn't
nobody
matter.
talks about age. Doesn't matter. so, so I think he is. How much ever people talk about age, he cannot be more than 18 or 17. Worst case
Yeah,
scenario also. So he
yeah,
deserves to play in that under 19 side, and the way that
yeah.
that, he
Some of
dealt with.
the other players that I saw definitely don't look 19. That's all I'll say.
So let's keep it at that. Let's not name the
Yeah, yeah,
teams, name the players.
yeah,
But at the same time, I mean, Vaibhav is somebody to watch out. I don't think after Tendulkar, nobody has made such an impact at such an
yeah.
young age in
Correct. Yeah.
any from any team. So he definitely deserves to be promoted to the international level and see what he does. I mean, like you said in a couple of videos earlier, Jaga, Bihar moving to the elite Ranji group
Yeah.
is going to make a lot of help. So I think the way BCCI has given him, I mean, even when Matre doesn't play, he captains the under 19 side, Jaga.
Yes.
So
He's a 14-year-old or
yeah,
15-year-old captaining
yeah,
18-year-olds.
18s and 19s. So which means BCCI have faith in him, and he's also delivered. So I think it's not. I
Yeah.
don't think we are going to. It's going to be far away that we are going to see him in India senior colors.
Yeah, I mean, because the other thing is, I don't know if playing under 19 will be challenging for him anymore. I think beyond this tournament, it's not just a matter of policy or rules, whatever may be in place. It's also about his own motivation. He'll be like, look, I can, maybe he can, right ஆடியே நான் வந்து அடிப்பேன் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு நிலைமை கூட வரலாம். So,
Yeah. So, I mean, the way he's batting is amazing, Jaga. I mean, I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
I think I mean, the way our test team is performing, I will put him through all three
You can bring
formats.
him
Let's
in.
see, let's see what he does.
That's not a
So,
bad idea. It's just every now and then you should be able to shock things, shock up, I mean,
yeah,
shake things up, right?
yeah,
So,
that
yeah,
is how Virendra Sehwag came into the test side.
yeah,
Nobody
yeah,
ever
correct.
thought he's going to be a test player.
Right.
He has so much test runs. I mean, he inspired David Warner to become a great test player.
Exactly. Yeah.
So all
And
those
I was
things.
looking at some numbers maybe 2, 3 days ago. Shevag is probably the only player in the last, say, 20 plus years who has the highest number of partnership runs in all three formats. Like Shevag and Ganguly in ODI, Shevag and Gambhir in tests, Shevag and I don't know who else it was in. I think in T20s he was a little lower down the list,
Yeah, he didn't
but
play that much team T20s.
yeah.
Mm.
So anyway, but England, how do you think England's response was?
That was, I mean, England has been playing very good cricket throughout this. I mean, I mean, obviously, unfortunately, like the 2003, India played great cricket throughout the World Cup, and that last game was completely against them. I think the similar fate fell upon England in this series. They played great cricket, the way a couple of things, their captain scoring runs, a lot of their
Hmm.
bowlers doing well. I didn't see any of their entire games. I saw bits and pieces and some
Yeah, yeah,
highlights. There were some good hitting. In fact, I'm forgetting the name of the batsman. He reminds me so much of Quinton de Kock, the number, the sixes that he
okay.
hits and all those things. But I mean, yesterday they were just bulldozed by Vaibhav
Yeah.
Sooryavanshi. I think that innings was enough. But and Caleb Falconer's hitting towards the
Hmm.
end was very good to see. He got about 67 ball 115, which is
Correct.
a great
Yeah,
in any format. So
yeah, yeah.
that was good batting. But one thing that was very interesting to know about Caleb Falconer yesterday, I got to know was he belongs to that long list of South African born cricketers who play for England.
Yeah, actually, their opener, Dawkins or somebody, he's also from South Africa.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's just the multicultural nature of the country or something like that. I think it's going to keep happening. Anyway, so let's move on. We do have the T20 World Cup starting literally in around 1 hour, 15 minutes time. Netherlands and Pakistan play the first game. There's Scotland versus West Indies later, and then India versus the USA. 3 games in a day. It's going to be overdose of T20 cricket. I mean, IPL, with the maximum you get 2 games in a
Yeah.
day. And this tournament is a pretty long tournament. It ends on 8th of March. Maybe that's because you have like 5 teams in each group, 20 teams. Maybe that's why it's happening. But what is your view on how these groups are like which groups seem easy, tough?
I mean, just to say, I mean, first to say, I don't think, yeah, I think India is going to win it. I mean, it
Okay.
could be a very bold prediction. The way they have been playing for the last 1 year, India, it's going to be really a huge upset, even if India lose in the final. Whoever wins,
Okay.
beats India, it is going to be an upset because I think the nature of the T20 format is extremely fickle. So, in spite of
Mm.
that fickle nature of the T20 format, I think India
Yeah.
has mastered that. They have kept it aside. whatever, in spite of the format, in spite of the toss, in spite of the conditions. So their batting and bowling seem to come together very well. I mean, there
Yeah.
we have not seen a game where they are 50 for 6 and struggling. That game
Yeah.
hasn't probably happened, and
Yeah.
obviously the fans and the team would hope it doesn't happen in the next 1 month. So
But I
uh,
think Harshit Rana is out, so that does that change things a little bit?
you think that increase? You mean that it increases India's
Improves
chances?
chances.
So no, I think Hazelwood out is actually depleting Australia's chances. I think with Pat Cummins already ruled out, I think
Yeah.
Australia is not going to look the power that everybody expected it to be. I think one team that I feel that can really challenge India if it comes to the knockouts or anything is South Africa. Is my gut feel.
Mm.
The way they've been playing T20 cricket, and they also have the bowlers and the batters to handle the format well. But I mean, unless you never know with them, they could fall apart in another game that they never get to meet India in a knockout game. Also could happen.
Right. But I
Hmm.
guess South Africa also do have Quinton de Kock back from retirement, right? So it definitely makes things better for them.
It's better for them. And their
Yeah.
group is also a little dicey. I feel South Africa, New Zealand, Afghanistan are grouped together. I mean, along with
Mm.
Canada and UAE. So, in that sense, amongst Afghanistan, New Zealand, and South Africa, it's tough
Yeah.
to pick who is going to be miss out on moving to the
Top
Super
two,
Eight.
yeah.
So,
I
let's see.
mean, I think even the India, Pakistan, Namibia, Netherlands, and I think UAE group,
USA, USA.
that also, and USA, sorry, yeah.
Hmm.
Even that could be a little interesting, right? Because you do have Netherlands, which has played, and then you have USA, which basically upset Pakistan in the last World Cup. So, I mean, and Pakistan do not have 2 points. They're basically starting from almost like -2 or something
Minus
like
two,
that. Like,
almost like minus two. And that's what
so it
somebody
could
had
be
tweeted
interesting.
saying that if Pakistan lose the first game, which starts in an hour today, they would be the first team to get knocked out of a tournament within the first 3 hours of the tournament starting.
Yeah, it'll be very difficult to come back from then. Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
So,
So yeah, anyway, it should be a pretty good tournament. I think if all things go according to plan, it should be fairly straightforward in terms of the lineup. But then, like you said, there's Afghanistan. We never know. I mean, they've been doing pretty well over the last 2, 3 years across formats. Yeah, I mean, they were in the Under 19 World Cup semi-final. So, and then they were in the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup last time. And if not for Glenn Maxwell, they probably would have been in the ODI World Cup final as well. So, I think they're definitely coming on as a team. Anyway, so we'll keep you guys updated with what's going on and come back again in a few days' time. Until then, any other closing thoughts?
I mean, looking forward to the next 1 month of tremendous lots of cricket. We've been having
Yeah, it's
final
like
after
overdose of T20
overdose of
cricket. Then
cricket.
after that, WPL, then
WPL final happened, under 19 final happened, and then T20 World Cup starts.
the under
T20 World
19 now, at least it's ODI 50 overs. This is like 20 T20, T20, T20.
No, there's a lot of big games. I tend to say. I mean, there's the WPL. The WPL has been advanced way before to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
accommodate the T20 World Cup because it usually ends a week before the IPL starts.
Correct.
Again, everything it's a scheduling nightmare for ICC. I think with so
Right.
many things
Definitely.
happening.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially the IPL is longer now. So
Yes,
even
yes.
more. Anyway, so that's about it. That wraps it up. Thanks a lot. And please do keep watching, leave comments, give us your feedback, and please do subscribe.
Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.